What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here, and I'm here at YCS Indy with our boy Yuri, who was the only branded player in Top Cut. My man's. We also played in Swiss. Me and Yuri, epic game. Well, it wasn't a game for me; it was a game for him. But I'm so proud of this man. I've known this guy for years, and he got a Top Cut with the deck that he loves, fusion decks. So you already know we gotta bust this out.
Out in here.
We got the toolbox busting out. Oh God, yes. And before we go through the profile, you want to give any shout outs?
Yeah,
we'll do it in the beginning so that way people let them know.
I want to give a big shout out to like the wise guys first of all, like the people from Kansas City.
Wise guys, baby.
Branded chat, my boy Raul, my boy Chris, you know.
Let's go, baby.
Man, and my boy Nightfall, Raul, Nana, like anyone in the Blazing Branded chat, like I love you all. And like special shout outs to my boy Bill Mercarier right here. Clutch with food, everyone, and huge shout outs to like my wife. I love her. She let me come to this YCS, and I told her I knew I was gonna win. I only lost to myself.
Yeah.
But you know that happens. And special shout outs to the Italians. The Italians gave me their blessing, and I got these off them.
Yeah.
So it was definitely some absolute gas.
Magical weekend right here.
And you know, unlike most conventional branded builds, you know, I played 60 card, and that's the only way to play branded if you want to be successful. Let's get into it.
Let's see it here. Let's do it.
All right, so you gotta play the boy, 3 Aluber, standard, such as branded fusion, best card in the game. You play 3 Fallen of Albaz, another 3 Fallen of Albaz because you need it. Not much to explain, and then triple card Despia, staple. 2 Quem, insane. You need the second Quem. It shouldn't be a question at this point. And shoot, you know, the more Despia monsters, 1 tragedy and 1 ad lib. Sometimes you don't really have to go for the puppet line, and you could just triple Mirror Jade with this. Definitely 2-0 Snake Eyes every time you triple Mirror Jade. It's really hard for them to come back when you do that.
Man, this deck is shiny, Yuri.
Thank you, man. And then shout outs to my boy Alejandro. This is him in a card. You love to see him sometimes, but you hate to see him sometimes. He was insane at 2. I'm playing Allure, but this is perfect. I wouldn't change this ratio. And then you have to play Bestials. That's just mandatory. I know there was a list without Bestials, but like Lost is like necessary. And there's like really good plays and interactions where you open up Quem and Lubellion, which is insane. Shout outs to my boy Alejandro.
Oh yeah.
And then the kits, staple, and then like just the goat branded puppet like staple.
Bro,
you know,
that's the
you
FTK.
Gotta give him the burrito.
The burrito.
Italiano, ya sabes, amigo.
How many times did this win you matches this weekend,
Marcos.
How many matches?
Honestly, like at least like 5. Honestly, like cause like you break their board with Mirror Jade and then you just puppet them. Like just sign the slip. Thank you.
Yeah, you're OTK next turn. Guaranteed. Like
sure.
You don't even have to do too much math. Like 3,000, 25, 27.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. And then you know the baby, best card in the game. 3 branded fusion.
Man, this card shouldn't be at 3 no more. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, even
tell me I'm wrong,
bro.
That card's crazy.
Shout outs to my boy Johnny. I banished 2 of my ulti branded fusions, and then he negated it with
Curse Seal, the forbidden spell.
Yeah.
And I had no idea he banished. I was just like, I don't know if he's happy or sad. I couldn't tell from his facial expression, but he was happy because I didn't have no more.
I'm essentially playing 6 of these copies. You'll see why.
Yeah, I got cooked by that, by the way.
And then 2 red. This is mandatory because sometimes you can banish it off desires. Also, you need the second red to like just have interruptions. It makes your deck just more resilience to like Veiler, Imperm, Mourner. You need this. And then like the best card in the game, you branded Lost. When you activate this, like shouts to my boy Carlos and my boy Ed. Spanish cards, German high spirits. I only played 1 because I don't want to break on that card. And then this card, you gotta love to see it. 3 branded opening. It's insane. It tutors everything. When I activate Allure, you chain this, you add Tragedy, you go infinite.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
And then 3 fusion deployments. This card's insane. I love it. Cartesia, Albaz. Sometimes you don't even have to use Fallen of Albaz effect to win. And then the one-ofs, you know. These cards are insane. Every time you draw them, you have to play them. And then I played 2 Super Poly. This card was some spice. Essentially, every deck in the format ends on a light or dark monster, so I elected to play this card because it's a board breaker and it's very versatile. But shout outs to this card because I lost in top 16 to my own misplay because he dustered and then I super polyed first, and I was supposed to fusion duplication first and then super poly. So yeah, but the card's good. And then 3 forbidden droplets. This card in branded is like hands down staple. There's no questions asked. And then you know, I want to keep up with the decks, and no better place with 2 talent. Talent was insane. I wouldn't play 3 because I brick on it. 2 was the perfect amount. And then this card, another way to add branded fusion.
More
Honestly,
branded fusions.
Oh, it's so insane. I love thrust. Shout out to my boy Chris because we have the matching set.
Hell yeah.
Gracias dos italianos, Alessio, Marcos, y Mateo. And then 3 Allure Darkness because I like drawing cards. And then to draw more cards, you got to play triple Desires. I've been playing Desires forever, and you should never cut it. You got to play 60 cards in Desires if you want to be able to like keep up with decks. It literally says draw 2.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen, bro?
Banish your 2 branded fusions and then get Curse Forbidden Seal for the 3rd one.
I've seen the situation.
Banish all 3.
Yeah.
I felt the situation.
And then I made my list entirely. I was just testing it off and on. I've been playing this deck for 4 years, and this is the traps. I played 6 traps. I want a 10% chance of opening one of these cards. These 3 branded cards are utility, hence the toolbox.
Hence the toolbox, bro.
You know, you want to have every matchup possibly down. This stops droplet. It FTKs Runic Stun,
100%.
Tempai. It's so good. This card's just, you know, goated staple. Banishment is really strong. You crash your Jade. Set with Albion, set this. You reborn back the Jade. It's just it's crazy. It's like so versatile. That's why I really love Banishment. And then like by far the best card, like MVP, triple fusion duplication. I played 2 at Indy last year, and I should have played 3. This card right here won me so many games. Like I would go first or even going second and open one of these because I have a 10% chance of opening a trap. Because it's a 60 card deck. This card right here overperformed. Like one thing too is you could activate branded fusion and then activate duplication because it's not counted and you just kill people.
That is great.
I love this card, like just the best. All right, and
60 cards.
60
Look at that thing, boy. Oh my god.
Max rarity.
I bet your hands hurt after this weekend though.
Oh man, my mind too.
Yeah,
that's
lot
one
of
thing
thinking.
about the branded deck is if you really want to play this deck at the level that I'm playing it, you really have to think ahead, 3 turns ahead. It's insane.
Yeah, you gotta set it up.
Yep.
Set it up, man.
All right, and then extra deck or side deck?
You can do extra deck. Extra deck's
deck.
probably better, yeah.
Oh man, my boy, Albion el Dragón Santificado. This card, insane. The best card, especially with Fusion Dupe. You can do cute plays with like Albion to make Sanctifier, and then you just like Albaz on their turn. Card's so insane. I love that card. Please, Konami, don't touch him.
Please don't touch him. Touch the gimmick, right?
Yeah, touch the gimmick,
Don't
please.
touch that.
2 Mirror Jade. I wasn't on 2 Mirror Jade, but then Raul and Nightfall and even Chris told me you gotta run
I
to.
told you that long time
Yeah,
ago.
He told you, eh?
over the Dragoon. But yeah, we're playing 2 Starlight Mirror Jades.
Hey, first top with Starlight Mirror Jade?
It's for real. Ever. And then 2 Albion el Señor. You know, this man's the boy. Gets you follow up. You need to play 2. I don't know why that guy was playing 1. That's crazy. But
That's pretty wild.
1 Titaniclad. Anytime you want to break a board, you send that. 1 Albion, and then this card. Albalinitus, you need to play it because we're in the Tempai format.
Oh yeah, I forget the 10-5 player get bodied by that card.
Yeah, and then even Snake Eyes because they make Hope Harbinger.
Oh, Hope,
So
yeah.
it's so free.
And they leave Fanbirds on board too.
Yeah, and then the boy Rimbrum, like this card's so good. He overperformed all weekend. Like he brings himself back if you get rid of him, the GOAT. And then obviously you got to play the two Grand Guignol, because if you want the 1 card Brand Fusion Gimmick Puppet line, you got to play 2. And then for the Despia, just the Quartus. And then utility Stapelia, Borreload Furious, Staple. You gotta
That
play
card
this.
kicked my ass.
It's so good. And then one Guardian Chimera. Guardian Chimera was insane too.
Yeah.
This extra deck right here is a staple. There's no questions asked. Like, you should be playing this if you're trying to play branded at like a high level.
Yeah.
Hands down.
You already solved this, what you're telling
Yeah,
me, peeps. You
for
solved
sure.
this for sure.
For sure. And then now for the side deck, you know, of course, time's a factor. Shout out to my opponent that didn't want to play it when I made this on his turn, and then we went into time. But you need to play this because it applies pressure and it's just insane.
Yeah.
And then I played 2 Despias for the mirror. You got to respect the mirror and voiceless. Yeah, they didn't really come up this weekend. The card that did come up though, that was very versatile, was Shadal Dragon.
Yes,
Shout out to my boy Johnny.
I got bodied by the dragon.
Yeah, you just need to play it because it's just an in-game out to like so many dumb things.
Yeah.
And then talking about in-game outs, you got to play 1 Twin Twister and 1 Duster. Those cards were insane, both of them. And then for the rest, more board breakers. 2 Dark Ruler no more. Card was insane. I loved it. And then this card right here overperformed, triple evenly match.
Oh yeah.
Every game 2, I would just be like, enter battle. End of main, they wouldn't believe that evenly, and then the Snake Ice players would get blown out. Card was amazing. And then these are the one-ofs that were kind of sacky that I had a chance of drawing, and when I drew them, they were insane. The Black Goat Laughs. You got to play it because for one, it's a Luber's Mask. Come on, man.
It's a Luber.
It's a Luber. No, and it's very versatile. You're pitching so many cards out of your hand, so you got to play this.
Plus, you can
Thrust into it. It stops Tempai. 1 D barrier. This is unfair. You got to play 1. And then 1 Daruma. Shifter decks. Cards insane. And then the Saki one of. There can only be 1. Yeah. Just a staple.
Yeah.
That's the deck profile right
Hell
there, man.
yeah.
We top 16. We didn't lose to no one, really. I lost to myself.
It's your own misplay.
I would have made it far further, guys.
Yeah.
But if you really want to take this deck to the next level, man, like, we're always on the Meta Games GX's Discord, so hop in there and we'll help you with branded.
Help theory it up in there, you know?
Definitely. We stay cooking in there, man. Big
Awesome.
shout outs to my boy Chris, honestly.
Oh yeah, this man's right here. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Hell yeah. I'm so proud of you, Yuri, for getting that top. And I'm happy to say I topped with you, even though I had 1 loss in Swiss, and it was to this man. And if it was anyone else, I might have been salty, but he's my boy, so I'm not.
Love, Johnny,
you already
for
know,
real,
dog.
brother.
I love you, Yuri.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, and congrats on top 16, brother. Thanks for the
you,
deck
man.
profile.
Branded best deck.
Let's go! Go, dude.